I'm sure that many of you guys have already seen it if you're watching this video, but Cornel West and Bill Maher had really gone at it in a shouting fest, and I love watching this because Cornel West is extremely good at delivery and articulation. So they were talking about the most latest police brutality case where the police officer was let go. They acquitted all charges, as they pretty much always do, right? And you keep having mistrials for that dude, Michael Slager. And somehow he turns that into Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And he tries to say Hillary Clinton would have been for that. You know, Hillary Clinton was a huge supporter of the 3 strikes you're out bill that blew up the jails. So basically, 3 strikes you're out. If you have 3 misdemeanors, I don't know, like some weed or something, you're in there for life. That's this guy, her bill. It's not hers, but it's her husband's. But she was a vocal supporter of it because when you're the first lady, you are often advertising and gaining support for things. And she also called black people super predators. This conspiracy theory of an idea that, you know, oh, these black people, these thugs are just, you know, they kill somebody, they go in jail, they go out, they kill more people, they come out of jail, they kill more. It's like, what? So the whole thing is BS. So, and she was a Goldwater girl too. So all of this stuff, you know, that she would have been against it. Remember, she put the Black Lives Matter people in a box, literally, during her rally. She wouldn't address them in the beginning. She did it in secrecy, you know, to talk and stuff, and she wouldn't make it mainstream. So she doesn't give a shit. I'm telling you the truth. And again, so I've heard, you know, oh, like she couldn't have done any policy position anyways. To be fair, he was talking most likely about rhetoric, and also there is one thing of nuance where, you know, the Justice Department can prosecute. So Obama was unable to, Eric Holder and Obama were unable to do any prosecuting of any police after all the cases of Eric Garner, Mike Brown, you know, Trayvon Martin, you got all this, Sandra Bland, Laquan McDonald, you got all these different cases, Freddie Gray, and it goes on, right? And these police just keep getting away with it. But the point here being that Cornel is totally correct. He's totally right. And I don't understand what this is. Because Maher tries to say that we need to learn the lesson for the next election. That's not the lesson, bro. And I'm a little disappointed because, 1, you were a Bernie supporter, which I give you massive respect for. And 2, when Obama gave the speech to Wall Street, you were on the correct side of it. You said, isn't this why we lost the election in the first place? And you were right. So why don't you stick with that rhetoric? Why don't you stick with saying, hey, isn't that why we lost the election? And then apply that to this. Because it is. And Cornel's right. If Bernie had the chance, he would have won, and we know it. Okay, we know. We've seen the polls. Okay, he was up by double digits. Oh, the people are saying, oh, the polls were wrong. They weren't wrong. You look at the numbers. Nationally, they were virtually tied, and that's within the margin of error. Any small-ass lead that she had, that was within the margin of error. She won the popular vote. She lost the Electoral College. So Cornel West, I give you mad respect and for fending it off so well, because Maher really couldn't respond. But they had to switch, I think, the topic, but because it went from being choosing to then being like, oh, you know, if you're in a swing state or whatever, I'm sure I'm scared. I don't know if Cornel supports strategic voting, which I mean by that is if you're in a swing state, vote for her. If you're not, don't. I support that personally. I'm still more in the idea that, hey, you should vote for Clinton because we don't want Neil Gorsuch, which is what we got, and that's what I always thought. Originally I was really angry, so I didn't think that way. I was more closer to the Bernie bus camp, but eventually as I let go of my anger and I started looking at things, you know, I kind of changed a little bit. But overall, Cornel is 100% correct, and Bill Maher needs to get off of this. And what he needs to do is use his show to start to promote these progressive candidates. I mean, where was he when James Thompson, the Our Revolution candidate, was running? I wonder if he's done anything on Rob Quist. I don't know. And all these different things, right? So, Cornel West, 100% right. What's up, guys? It's Saul Hill here. You guys are watching The Progressive Voice. Make sure you guys click subscribe down below. We're fighting Donald Trump tooth and nail, and we need your help.